Welcome back to my channel. Today I will be continuing my WICSO series. This is part 2. Anyway, let's get on with it. First we'll see this pink country explore some more area around them. In total they explore all of this and start expanding into this area too. Eventually they look something like this, pretty big. We also touch up with a green country here. Just some more exploration happens by a purple country over here and a blue country over here, as well as a green country exploring some more, and a red country, like this. Real team also does some exploring up here, and we also expand a bit over to this area. They're honestly getting also quite big. Too big. Way too big. And so, our orange country splits away from a yellow country. And then we also started attacking the yellow country. But don't worry, our yellow team does push back. And we eventually take back all of their land. My yellow team has a very hard time pushing back into orange country. Apparently they're really quite stable. But after a lot of back and forth, eventually a peace deal happens. And basically orange team just gets to keep their borders. And their capital is over here. Red team wanted to be very expansionist and expand here up north. And orange team doesn't like that. And so they broke off. And this country is less expansionist, since they want to focus on themselves more. Next, red team expands some more too. Over here into Mesopotamia. And honestly, red team is looking really quite scary. Maybe a little bit too scary. And eventually, in this newly colonized land, a new country breaks off. This brown country over here. And the capital is right here on the coast. Also, by the way, if I sound a bit hoarse, that's because I am. The red team tries to push back, but they just let them go. Now, peace treaty doesn't get signed because, well, our civilizations aren't that civilized, but we will get very soon. Orange team is a bit not peaceful exactly, and we do expand a little bit, but not too much, not for whole stability. Eventually, a group from orange team moves out into Poland here, and gets lost. They cannot find their way back, and so we just set up their own country, this slime country over here. They continue exploring and expanding and exploring and expanding. We're already quite big. And their capital is going to be right over here. Next we see our blue team also expanding some more into this area over here. And now it looks something like this, also quite big, but not very stable. Maybe that's going to have an impact on something. Next we have this Argentina exploring some more, but not too much, into Africa. They stick to our coasts a lot because, you know, Sahara Desert. And this is what they look like. Next, our green team expands some more. And this is what they look like. They're actually getting also really large. But guess what time it is now? Political drama. No. More exploration! Count how many times I say exploration in this video. It's going to be in the hundreds at least. And more exploration. And more. And a lot of exploration. And new country time. This large pink country over here. Are they stable? No. But their capital is right over here. And actually right after they form, they shatter into pieces. This gold country over here. And this light blue country over here. Their capitals are here and right over here, which is not a good idea, mind you. But this is a peaceful split. Anyway, another country alert. This great one over here, basically at as pro as Russia. And the government center is going to be right over here. Yes, government center. And our team will get the rest of this land. Remember blue team's instability? Because this area specifically is getting really quite unstable. And, well, they're going to break away. And is this a peaceful split? Nope. In fact, this might be one of the bloodiest wars that we've seen yet. Since the green team pushes in a lot, but the blue team pushes back too, and again, and again, and again, and again, again. And guess what? Again. And so, eventually some sort of war agreement happens, as well as peace. Now this should be your first formal peace treaty. And so green team gets now, and green team gets all of this. And a lot of new countries are being formed here in Europe. And pink team explore some more, that's it. but our yellow team expands some more. And we're really quite big. And for a final event of this video, we're going to see our red team sort of collapse. And the whole country starts going into turmoil because of instability, because why not? The country just basically shatters into this country, this one, and finally this one. And we're going to go to war with each other, not for now. Oh yeah, I also forgot about capitals. Here, here, and here. Anyway, thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to, you can always leave some support by liking, subscribing, commenting, all of those good stuff. And honestly, we're really getting quite close to 300 subscribers, so maybe subscribing would be especially cool right now. Anyway, bye!